What's going on, everyone? This is our last spoiler video, so after this, all of the cards that have been data mined will be revealed to you. So let's jump right into this. First up, we've got Succubus of Deception, who's a 6-drop black creature with 5 attack, 3 endurance, so its stats are pretty meh, but it does have an ambush effect, it does have an ambush cost, so you can play it. But its ambush effect is when a creature at this fort is destroyed during your opponent's turn. If this card is an ambush, you may summon this creature. So you could play it as 2 and get a really strong creature out early on, but if you happen to have an ambush at all your forts already, then this card is kind of dead because I don't want to pay 6 to play this. But it does have deadly, so there is a little bit more to it. But I feel like if you aren't using this as an ambush, you shouldn't be using it at all. But it does have 3 endurance, so that is fairly low. But you do put another body on the field when one of your creatures is destroyed. So this might be good against a black mirror match, where they're destroying all your cards so often. And I believe this is only the second black fort burst we've seen. The other one was that death trap. So kind of cool to see another one of those. But moving on to the next one, we've got Tide Chaser Captain, and we had the ambushing Tide Chaser back in one of the Let's Talk videos, and I think it's so awesome that they kept the same style art for the Tide Chasers. So I really hope to see like more of that, like similar artists or the same artist working on similar quote-unquote archetypes. I think that would just be kind of cool. And I mean, this kind of art is unique to this game. I mean, I think these are the only 2 cards with artwork like this, so it's kind of refreshing to see. But he is a 6-drop vanilla with 7 attack, 7 endurance. So, I mean, I don't have anything negative to say about this card. Don't have anything positive to say about it either, though. So, it's just a vanilla card. And then we've got Variable Assault Unit Fuma. So, it's a 4-drop blue creature with 2 attack, 3 endurance. And its effect is when this creature is summoned, you may choose an opposing creature and return it to its owner's hand. So, like I said in one of the previous videos, I think all of the returning stuff to your opponent's hand is awesome. It essentially sets them back a turn. So this card is a rare, so I would definitely advise picking up a few copies of these. And yeah, I mean, you could play it turn 2 and essentially just leave them with no cards on their field, and they're gonna have to start fresh on their second turn. And just even that much of a setback is like so impactful to this game because it's such an aggressive game. So I am really excited to see this card, and might end up building a blue and some other color deck. Next up, we've got the guy who needs to buy a vow. He's the Plunderer of the Deep. He's a 4-drop blue creature with 2 attack, 3 endurance. And his effect is when this creature is summoned, you may choose a spell from your discard pile and return it to your hand. So, compared to Floor, which lets you add the spell back at the end of the turn that she attacks, he adds it back when he's summoned. So you do get to play the spell right away, provided you have the resources for it. So I do really like that effect. I think that makes him better than Floor. And he also has a Dragocross blue ability, which is when this creature is destroyed, you may choose a card with the ambush ability from your discard pile and return it to your hand. So it lets you get an ambush back, and then that's when you could start playing mind games with your opponent if you add back an ambush, and then on your next turn you play a different ambush that you had in your hand. So they're going to be thinking it's that one thing, when in reality it's something different. So this card is going to be a rare, so it might be worth picking up. I mean, it might be a 2 of. It's a decent card. I don't know if it's great, but I believe this is also one of the cards that is going to have an alternate art holo version. I'm not sure if it's just holo or if it's just alternate art or if it's both of them, but I do remember seeing something about this card having some sort of different thing in the future. But anyways, the last card we have to talk about is Saris the Battleforged. 7-drop red creature with 6 attack, 6 endurance. Its effect is when this creature is summoned, you may choose a blue creature and rest all creatures of that creature's fort. So, it's not resting all blue creatures, you just have to target a blue creature. So if there's a blue creature and a yellow creature at that fort, you still get to rest both of them. So I think that's a pretty interesting effect. I mean, he's a game ender pretty much. When you play him, you're going to be playing to win. And then, when he's Drago crossed with any color dice, when this creature attacks, you may choose a creature and rest it. So you could rest a creature before your opponent blocks, and that way you essentially get a free attack. And yeah, I just think this is a really awesome card, and it has a lot of potential. And being in the red deck, seeing how it doesn't do damage to anything, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like, this makes more sense as a blue card, but I'm glad there is some variety to the effects that we've been seeing. So anyways, thanks for watching all these spoiler video, guys, and be sure to check out Dragoracle and the Facebook page, as well as my Twitter. Links to all of those will be down below in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching.